What's up, y'all? Tis your boy Dreaded Don, and today I'm bringing you guys my thoughts on the future of New World. The devs just recently dropped their living roadmap. That's what they're calling it, the living roadmap. But essentially, it's just the roadmap of the game that they're planning on unveiling for all of us over the next few, maybe months, possibly over the next year, you could say. But I just thought I'd go over it, give you guys my thoughts on it, and possibly let you guys give me you guys' thoughts on it as well. Why not? We sharing info today, right? Anyways, let's get on into it, man. So what they're doing with their living roadmap, man, is they broke it up into three pieces for you to kind of make it easy for you to understand, right? So the first part is they got what's coming in the next season. Part two, they got what's in development and what they're really going to be working on to bring in the next two seasons. Maybe even this third season coming after that, right? And then on the third part, they have in exploration, and that's kind of what they're planning on bringing to the game in the near future. Everything that they're hoping to add to the game and everything that they want to really put into the game, including all the player feedback. Now, talking about that first part and what they're bringing to us next season, man, that's probably one of the areas I'm a little bit more excited on. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty cool that they plan on bringing us seasonal world PvP. Fresh servers, you have to be level 15 to join, and on top of that, crafters are going to play a bigger role. They're going to be more important than ever, they say. They say the game is going to feel a little bit more closer to how it did back in alpha with the same quality of life features that we got nowadays. I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And when I say that crafters are going to be more important than ever, I'm meaning that these crafters are going to be able to craft artifact gear essentially, if not better gear. Personally, I'm right now I'm grinding out hours in my trade skills, man. I'm grinding them out. And just knowing that my crafting is actually going to matter when I go out into PvP, I can actually throw on a couple of, some items that I crafted, some gear that I crafted, and be able to actually outplay and outskill a couple other people. Man, there's nothing more I could ask for. Now, the gear is going to be destroyable, and you can lose it if you die. So, risk and reward right there. Not mad at that. Not mad at that. Now, the only thing I do got some gripes with coming with this seasonal world PvP. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It's not Diablo. This isn't PoE. I don't know if you thought Once Human had a good idea with this either, but seasonal wipes, man. That's the only gripe I really have with the first portion of this next season that they plan on dropping. It doesn't feel good to be playing an MMORPG, dumping all this hours into trade skills, especially when crafting is supposed to matter, only for it all to get wiped out, right? Now, if you guys plan on just doing this to kind of see if these items or if these mechanics are going to work in the base game or on a standard server, understandable. I'm not as mad, but still, seasonal wipes, man, I don't know. I think we heard the feedback from Once Human, and it didn't really work out too much, right? Okay. So, they're also looking to add a few changes as well as a couple additions in this next season. Two of the changes that they're looking to add is one to mutations. What they're going to go ahead and do is now all currently active mutations are going to share their mutations across the board. Across the board, man. That's just going to make it that much easier to go and hop in a mutation, get it done, get the rewards from it, and be chilling. You know what I mean? And they're just planning to do this just because they want to kind of ease the stress on players' need to re-gear their equipment as well as re-gym them. Not everyone can go out and just afford the gyms or even want to have to spend the time to do that. And I don't blame them. No one has to just re-gear and re-gym their equipment every time they want to run an expedition. I don't blame them. That's, understandable. Another change that they plan on adding is the change to the combat balance, right? They're saying that time to kill is a little high, man. They're saying a little high, which is, I don't see it. Outpost rush, it's high. It's quick. You know what I mean? People dying. 3v3s, I see people dying. Open world, I see people dying. All I'm saying is I see people dying at a decent enough rate that I didn't think it needed to be adjusted, but nonetheless, they said they're going to go ahead and adjust the way that consumable perks are working, as well as they're going to adjust a little bit of the target lock, particularly on the blunderbuss and the hatchet, which I think, you go ahead and adjust them. They definitely need help being adjusted, but I don't think that's going to lower the time to kill. I think it's going to higher it, because if people are using the blunderbuss and the hatchet, you're not about to just be able to magnetize onto people anymore. It's beautiful. Love it. Chef's kiss. And the new additions that they're adding, man, they plan on adding a new outpost rush map, which pretty cool. And they also got more in the works, so I'm interested to see those ones that they have in the works as well. They also are adding 3 new solo trials for us to do. It's going to be Isabella, Emperor Zhu, and Saito. So I always think the daily trials are pretty cool to get into. I'm interested to try those ones out as well. They're also adding a new artifact weapon. The Ice Gauntlet is going to get a new artifact. So if you're Ice Gauntlet user, you got a new item to look out for, man. Just keep your eyes peeled for a new artifact weapon for you guys. And of course, they're going to be rolling out the seasonal event of the month. You know, right now we got Turkey Fest going on. But of course, by the time they drop the next season, it's going to be December. So they're probably going to have a little Christmas fest coming to console. You know, as console users haven't got these seasonal events. So they're kind of neat to go into. You know, I'm not mad at it. I like the Halloween event. Still about to dive my toes into the Turkey Fest. So we'll see how that's going to go. I know PC players probably are like, man, we're tired of these seasonal events. We're done. But hey, listen, man. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Moving on to part 2, or in development as they're calling it on their living roadmap, is essentially things that they're working on and planning to bring in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons, maybe. You know, you could even say maybe like quarter 1, quarter 2 of next year is giving it a good breathing room for them to be able to develop all of these ambitious things that they have going on or planning to bring to the game in those seasons. And a few of the things they have in development for the next couple of seasons they plan on bringing to New World is, you know, changing invasions into a mode where it just kind of removes the limiter for everybody. Again, just allowing everybody to have access to one of the activities in New World and just allowing us to another place for us to get rewards at. And in keeping in line with the thought of just allowing more people to have greater access to the activities in New World, they're thinking of doing pickup wars. You know, you can have company versus company, where wars are normally so secluded to people being cherry picked for the roster. Now it's like, hey, you got a group of people, I got a group of people. Let's duke it out, man. Let's see who's the better group. You think your company's good? I think my company's good. Neither of us own a territory, so neither of us can actually have direct war with each other. But if we have a pickup war, it's all the more fun, right? And on top of that, they're having the idea of making some new PvP modes. Not bad. They're thinking about a capture the flag. Maybe they toss in, you know, King of the Hill. You know, they're also saying that they want to add in seasons that have a featured game mode. They're tossing around a lot of ideas, and they're really trying to brainstorm with what they can really offer us, as well as pick from player feedback and be like, hey, you guys got great ideas. Let's see what you guys have to offer us. Honestly, it goes to show that they listen, because another thing that they're just adding, again, more that they're adding in the in development stages, is they want to add global storage. Bro, I don't know how bad I've been craving global storage, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people in this game that have been dying for global storage. So again, they're listening to player feedback. They are listening, and they are planning to add more to the game, including in-game improvements. They want this entire game to really be wrapped up into a bundle. They're planning to go back and give us a reason to go revisit a couple of these areas we've already been through. They want to revamp Reekwater, essentially, right? And we'll get into that more in this next part. So in this next part, the part 3 of the roadmap, or the in exploration stages, they're calling it, right? To me, this is where they really plan on being the most ambitious with the game, and this is where they're really going to take listening to player feedback to the furthest that they really can. And I think one of the ways that they're going to do it is they plan on bringing a new weapon. Yeah. Rub them hands together. Yeah. I know. It's time to eat, my friends. They say they're going to bring a new weapon, right? It's already in the works, and then they say they have a few more that are already being prototyped. That's nice. That shows that they're really looking forward to the future of this game. Okay. On top of that, they're planning to revamp a lot of the zones that are not streamlined in the main story. You know, if you go all the way up to, the Great Cleave, Shattered Mountain, work your way through Weaver. I believe you hit Weaver's Fen, if I am correct. You know what I mean? A few of those zones that, you know, you snake your way up through the beginning, the top, the map, right? And the zones that they leave out, they're planning to rework those zones and turn them into high-end max level zones that are replayable with new materials. Much like how Cutlass Keys is a replayable zone with the balloons and the coconuts that you can go and get, kind of similar with Reekwater. Now, one of the things I am hoping that they do with the revamping the zones is I also hope that they are revamping the visuals of it as well. It's not going to be the greatest to go through a zone and have the same exact things be in the zone, just with the materials to go out and grind it. It is going to be fun as a max level player for giving me a new item to go out and explore the world for, but if that zone is the same as it was before, and just new materials, you're not gonna draw people in that way. People are going to want to see a new zone, Give us new visuals, give us new items, a little bit of new enemies, maybe even a whole new slew of new enemies. And what's not to enjoy about that, right? And their ambitions aren't ending there. Their goals are not ending there. They want to add ranked PvP. They want to add a new raid. They want to add a company hall with storage. So, your company can go there, hang out, and they have storage, right? I mean, it might not be able to go and hang out, but they got storage. Extra storage, essentially. They want to make all instance content available for matchmaking. So you can just, if it's instance, you can matchmake it. Pretty cool. I like that. Just again, allowing for everybody to be able to have more access to these activities they have in the world. And they're not doing it for no reason. They're not just putting all this into the game for no reason. They're doing this all because they want to add a new zone and a new trade skill. A new zone and a new trade skill. And I could guarantee if it goes well, they're not going to stop there. They're not, man. And honestly, as someone who's just been enjoying the hell out of New World, man, and really just hoping that crafting at some point was going to matter, or maybe I got to craft my max level items and maybe still just be like, hey, I got skill. I got enough skill that I could do what needs to be done in a PvP. Just hearing that, crafting is going to actually matter in a PvP environment now. Music to my ears, man. And as I said, the only crap I really have with their plans for the roadmap is that the seasonal server wipe. Like it's not New World, and we all saw the feedback from Once Human having the seasonal wipe, especially on an MMO. It's not good. Like I said, it's just not good. But I digress, because nonetheless, after just dropping a cool 225 hours in the game and then taking I had to take a little week break because I covered Drova. So taking a cool little week break, I'm excited to hop back in and just get back to grinding it out, having some fun with PvP, joining some Outpost Rush, and just enjoying myself, man. If you didn't get a chance to check out the full roadmap at some point in time in the video, here it is right here up for you, so you can pause, check it on out, man. I'll also be leaving a link to the developer video so you can go and watch that yourself and hear their own thoughts, get your own well-reformed critical thoughts on it, so you don't have to just listen to me. I'm just here giving you guys my thoughts so we can share info, you know what I mean? But let me know what you think down below. Of course, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and always, man, as always, sub so we can share some more info, man. Otherwise, I will catch you guys on the horizon. Deuces.